We are Team Digital Wingmen, and we present to you our AI Travel Concierge. In order to fully showcase how we envision our AI Travel Concierge incorporated within the United ecosystem, we start from this mockup of United.com's homepage. Here, this additional tab of Trip Planner takes us to the landing page of AI Travel Concierge, which, as you can see, is designed to be very appealing. It offers various ways for the user to begin planning their trip by defining the planned month of travel or exploring the destinations directly. However, let's go through the entire planning from scratch. This takes me to the hybrid view with the familiar chat interface on the left and the more intuitive and dynamic canvas on the right, which currently displays trending travel destinations. The user's United login details help the system to identify that the user's anniversary is coming up, and it provides the suggestion to choose anniversary as the trip type. Once I have completed providing the initial details, I am required to select a destination from the carousel. But I don't have a particular location in mind, so I type out my preferences in the chat pane. Based on the given natural language description, the system curates a set of best fit destinations. Instead of simply responding with this list as text, it shows the curated pics on the canvas on the right, highlighting the capability of this application of augmenting the user's interaction beyond simply a text based chatbot to an immersive experience. I'll select Switzerland and click on Plan. This takes me to the dedicated trip planning view, where the steps of planning and booking are clearly marked out on the top panel. As a first step, I describe the types of experiences I hope to gain during this trip in the chat pane and get a response from the place agent about some exotic locations in Switzerland for an anniversary trip. Next, I am prompted to select a flight on the canvas. The prices can be viewed in both money as well as miles. There is also the option to see the fares of flights on nearby days if my travel dates are flexible. Choosing the flexible option opens the price analyzer view on the canvas, which shows the trends in flight prices around the time of my selected travel date. Through this interactive graph, we can see the prices for both the outbound and the return flights, and I can select the best combination which aligns with my budget as well as my travel schedule. For now, I'll keep the travel dates from 1st October to 8th October as it seems to be the best option. Clicking on Next, I can now choose the exact flight for both the outbound and the return flight. Observe that as I move through the process of making the selections on the canvas, the updates are simultaneously reflected on the chat pane as an ongoing conversation with the travel concierge, which allows me the option to switch back to using text for making further selections. The next step is hotel selection. This requires selecting the cities where I would like to stay for the trip. I can answer this through the chat as well as through the interactive map that highlights some popular stay locations in Switzerland. I choose these two cities, post which I can select the exact dates of stay for each city. And then the hotels. For each hotel, its pros and cons are displayed, which helps me to select the most suitable hotels for me. The next step in the planning phase, which is arguably the hardest and still the most interesting part of travel planning, is to build the itinerary. Based on my travel dates, as well as the cities of stay, the system automatically generates a recommended itinerary. Clicking on a particular day shows the entire day's plan in a chronological order with this calendar view. As a user, I can completely customize this as per my preferences. To demonstrate this, I'll clear the entire day's plan and create a new plan from scratch. First, I would need to select the locations that I'm planning to cover that day. For location, I'll select Lucerne, which will be added in the calendar. I can also change the commutation modes, which will reflect the new time taken for reaching Lucerne in the calendar. After selecting the location, I can then drag and drop activities from the list of activities shown here. I'll go for the infamous Chapel Bridge first, then Old Town Walk, then at noon, I'll grab a quick bite, post which I'll maybe go to the Glacier Garden and then to the Lion Monument. This drag and drop provides me with an intuitive and structured way of planning each day. After planning the entire day's itinerary, I can visually skim through it and make any changes that I want. After doing this, I'll click on confirm. The final step in the planning stage is checkout. The system would show the total cost and its breakdown, and on the next page, the payment methods that are already configured in the application. Leveraging the user's loyalty information, the application displays the option to make the payment using miles. Choosing this option, the booking for the whole trip is done as easily as that. The user can then review the details of the planned trip. After the booking has been completed, there are three phases in the trip: pre trip, in trip, and post trip. Let us go to the pre trip phase, which is after the major bookings are made but before the trip is started. This page provides a view with the checklists spanning all aspects of preparation before a trip, including travel documents, packing items, and others. This interface helps in ensuring that there isn't any essential item that I forget to carry with me by using these checkboxes. Coming to the in trip phase, the in trip agent aids the user in day to day planning and travel and for last minute changes. Here is a demo of what's possible with the Digital Wingman mobile application. The trip agent identifies that there is a storm brewing in Jungfrau on our planned day of activity, sends the user the notification about this, and asks for their preference for alternative activities for that day. This agent, in this way, helps the user in mitigating last minute disruptions. Finally, after the trip has ended, the post trip agent takes over. In a future state, the application would possibly showcase a montage of the user's trip using their uploaded pictures. Along with that, it will also capture users' preferences by asking the right questions related to the trip. It then stores this information, which can be later used to tailor more personalized experiences for the user. In this way, the application Digital Wingmen transforms all the aspects of the traveler's experience, elevating travel planning from a tedious chore to an immersive experience, all while remaining on United.com.